Today we meet with a group of VIBOKOS from Web3. Web3 is the next level of internet, and a group of Web3 programmers have banded together to form a DAO, or in layman's terms, a chama.
Today ilianza very interestingly mzaa, lakini ili end up kabla ifike where it has reached, ilianza quite decentralized way. Tulikuwa different teams, tukoanga, it was a kind of hackathon ilikuwa ina happen kwa outside the county. So tulikuwa na that tulikuwa tumepewa some expectations vile tukifika hapo how things zitakuwa and everything, so very excitedly tumefika. Actually it was this time maandamano tuliweza kuferiwa to Vasha hiyo time, so tulifika hapo, we enjoyed, everyone was eager to build, kukua to founders, unajua hiyo vibe, kupata feedback, really enjoy. But pia kulikuwa na many gaps pale, kunapata maybe nini developers nisiposhika maila P for a whole day nenda kwa mgonjwa mara hata the same, hata without internet ama wengine tu sini traders you miss like net ama something, you una feel mgonjwa, then unajua there were some many queries watu walikuwa nafungua roho, tunjoka huko organized haizi sikika. So but due to that environment pia tulikuwa tumehold ka fireside chat maji na bonfire wote hapo kwa niko hiyo. So tulianzanga that time tulikuanga Eddie na mimi, so ndo ali come through, tuliwa baptize kwa Kiboko later. But that time tulikuwa wengine wakageuka samakis, wengine wakageuka nini, tukastick na Kiboko. Jodi ilikuwa environment tulikuwa, so tulikuwa tuna brainstorm vitu tunaweza improve ecosystem, aspirations mazetu, tunajua 2024 Bitcoin halving. And then during hizi discussions tukasema walai si ni DAO ile tu kuchochana mko vitu kidogo, na si ni DAO tunaweza ita aje. So wali bring suggestions mob, then mimi nikashout si Kiboko DAO. Then kuchangaza tulikuwa na Kiboko pale, nika make noise bro, nikasema akiwala ni Kiboko DAO, Kiboko DAO. Na ukicheki whether the animal itself whether inakuanga na tutabia kaza dev, unapata every time iko chini ya maji inatoka nje time ya kudishi, mwanzo ina imitate nocturnal kidogo, imitate tu life kai yetu, unapata ngoja ikifika 6 una code mbaya, so can give a mob na kuanga very strong but peaceful. Yeah, it's a slogan na kuangele pioneering, innovating, building. So it really inspired us to.
After their small meeting in Naivasha next to Hippos, and they came up with a DAO that will be Kiboko DAO, they decided to build their first project.
We sit together to ideate what do we really want to build. It's lazima to build with purpose, si tu kubuild na ikuwe kitu long lasting. So now from there the first step came, people gave their suggestion what we can build and everything. Then normally first step kwanza ilikuwa kubuild a site, please ikuwe online, and that way it can hold us accountable. Yes, there's this Kiboko DAO, we have seen this site, what have they brought first? So from there the first step we did was to build our site, and as the name suggests, our DAO has to have an element of contribution. Someone came, contribution for buying the domain, another member of ours had his hosting services, he gave us. The one who was skilled in front end was able to build the front end. The ones who were skilled in back end development was able to build the back end services, which to create, update like projects or events or blogs. This is the site actually. Yes. Some of the works to define. So that was the first step.
But what makes a DAO different from the typical chama?
To build a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, obviously you have to have a smart contract and a token, or the token could be ERC20 or ERC721 depending on how you're building your DAO and the requirements at hand. So in our case we have an ERC20 token, and for you to vote in our DAO you must have our ERC20 token, and for you to create a proposal in the DAO maybe you need a certain threshold of tokens for you to do that. Yeah, so for you to create a DAO, yes, you can create a DAO by name, just a name DAO, but the real DAO has to have some code on the blockchain going about. So, and we are doing that.
Kiboko DAO has been able to create value for its members in a couple of ways.
So one of the biggest aspects of Kiboko DAO, or the benefits of Kiboko DAO, you get a whole pool of talent from project managers, technical writers, developers, and lawyers, and much more than that.
UX, UI.
So all these people, for example, I'm building my own project as part of Kiboko DAO, or not part of Kiboko DAO. So if I was to do this project on my own, it will cost a lot in terms of design, project management, and just building. But since we are at Kiboko DAO and we know each other, we're friends, so if I'm working on a project, I can get someone to jump on, maybe on the back-end part where I'm stuck, or on the front-end part, or on the integration part where I'm getting a blocker for free. And just having that talent around you also motivates you to code. And soon we are coming up with products and projects that have been built by the members. And all this talent is giving some value to these projects.
Also in the aspect of mentorship, also iron sharpens iron. So as Kiboko DAO, actually we call it Kiboko Wednesdays. Really that time people will get a chance just to open up your challenges you've been facing during the week, whether non-technical or technical. You can get someone actually who helps you on that, debugs you on that, hold each other's hand. Yeah.
The fact that they build projects together, they have to find a way to share the revenue.
For the projects, like if you're going to launch an NFT collection, maybe a pre-sale NFT collection, all the funds actually will go to our multi-sig wallet, so that nobody will actually touch the wallet. So if we need to fund a project, or we are going to maybe host an event, a hackathon, we have the funds to actually host that event. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make ourselves sustainable, to be able to hold ourselves accountable for every project, every funds, even investors, anyone who actually invests in Kiboko DAO will actually be guaranteed that their funds will be used the way they want.
Kiboko DAO prides itself in being technical, something that is quite rare in other DAOs.
Being attacked by other DAOs, because for us we focus mostly on developers, and for others it's about influencers. So for us they're like attacking us because they don't understand what we're trying to do. For them it's like, let's hold an event, let's hold an hackathon, you can make money out of it. For us it's about bringing value. So for that we have friction between different communities. But we are going through it. Now they understand us better. They know we are not actually competing with them. We're just on our course.
So we've been denied chances to be speakers in events that are blockchain, and we don't really have to be. But if you're going to outrightly deny anyone from Kiboko DAO from speaking, then it means it's an attack. And let us make it clear that we are not out to fight anyone. Kiboko DAO is using a collaborative approach. So if you want to work with us, you have an amazing idea that is going to contribute to the Web3 space, we game. And sometimes more than Web3 space, we game, we'll do that. And don't feel threatened by what we do, because we're just a group of developers, a group of lawyers, a group of technical writers, a group of designers trying to make this space better. So why don't we join hands to make the space even more better with you around as an influencer?
Just imagine revolution from Africa Kiboko DAO, where Africa is not just a follower of the technology, but a pioneer.
After the interview, the members of Kiboko DAO discussed a couple of things affecting the tech community.
And kind of like a mission, I've kind of seen it like an industry standard, like how we have for fungible tokens, we have ERC20. For non-fungible, we also have 720. How about having a industry standard for Kiboko DAO, where we merge community and technology? That standard can be called Kiboko.
After the interview, the members of Kiboko DAO discussed a couple of things affecting the tech community.
I think the ecosystem could be so much better maybe if the two of you came together to do something. Or if you don't like him, then don't try to bring him down.
The issue
Let's
is
bring that work down, the positive that that person has put it together.
Yeah.
you can actually compete, but don't try to take each other down.
Exactly.
Because
Competition should be like raising
each other up.
up.
Yeah.
So that was like pointing issues, tiny issues.
Yeah, like I just think that such kind of a thing would really discourage a newbie from getting into tech.
Yeah.
Yep.
Specifically the domain that those guys are working in.
Yeah.
That's me. I wonder how do these kids get all this following? Mimi, I've stayed in Twitter at 200 just to reach 100 followers.
Most people buy followers. You should know that. Most people buy accounts that have 20,000 followers and they buy them and they try to use it to gain traction. And also they showcase their enough money.
Yeah.
CX5, Audi, Tech Bros. That's what they do. So they're like, hey, newbies, this guy has made it. I'm going to follow him and see his journey.
Yeah.
Instead of mentoring them, actually, some of them.
The pressure is getting worse.
Yeah.
Worse and worse every day.
Actually, someone got M1 and posted it, and I was like, oh man, I have an M2, but I'm not posting it.
One of the guys told me that I was tracking one of the guys, those who are fighting, and the other guy told me that you should make money. That you make money so that you can talk to me. I'm driving an X5, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm actually earning more than you, and you're telling me to get an X5.
Yeah. So just being nice. It doesn't cost much to be a
Kind.
nice person, be a kind person. And one act of kindness goes a long way. Maybe encouraging someone to do the ecosystem. And also, if you are a senior developer or a senior person in the coding space, if you're kind, that will make you more approachable. So if someone that is junior joining the tech field will feel more comfortable talking to you, because they know if they come to your DM, they will not find the DM training someday. So those are the aspects that, as much as posting all these things create traction into your timeline, people get all these videos, all those social media metrics, but don't forget that you are an influencer in that society, so make some positive influence.
That's true. Like after its safari, I've been getting a lot of calls from the people whom we actually interacted with. Some of them are like, Kiboko DAO, where is your materials? I want to get into blockchain. Are you guys going to post your materials, resources? I need them. And I'm like, join Kiboko DAO, you'll find them there. We're going to actually start posting it on our YouTube channel, the materials, our sessions, recorded sessions, so that most people can actually interact.
Actually, we have our handles.
Yep. I told them that.
YouTube, we have our YouTube handle, we have our Twitter handle, we have our Medium. We'll keep them active.
We also have Reddit, real nerds, converse. Also,
mostly
GitHub
showcasing your laptop.
for group of five.
Yeah.
The Git organization is called Kiboko DAO Africa.
Yeah. So they can get the materials.
And this is not an entirely male DAO. As you can see here, there's a lot of testosterone, but
One of the person was supposed to join, but she's traveling to get her.
And there's one who is hiding behind. They're actually two hiding behind. Because that's
So what I really like is that developers now are waking up and realizing that they are disorganized in a way, and now they need to have a common agenda and a vision so that we can create this autonomous tech ecosystem powered by the blockchain, so that the existing and emerging technologies can thrive and empower us, and at the same time empower the ecosystem.
Kwenda event kupatiwa pizza na drink na kuambiwa haya waenda nyumbani.
Achukua photo.
Niko photo ukuja showcase hapa. Kwa kutag Twitter aonyeshe Kefari attend Timozia. Na kuna value imegeni kirudi nyumbani.
And then also one thing about Kiboko DAO is that, all that has been known about blockchain is cryptocurrencies and a lot of scams surrounding that. Now, in Kiboko DAO, yes, cryptocurrency is part of the blockchain, but we are going beyond that. We are building some things on NFTs, and if we talk about NFTs, we come from ERC 721, ERC 721A, ERC 1155, ERC 6551, ERC 4907, and people are making real world solutions on those standards. So we are telling the world, wait a minute, it's not all about cryptocurrencies with blockchain. There's much more than cryptocurrencies, and that's where the real building is happening, and that's where the real projects in Web3 can be found.
No doubt, developers are the most valuable resource when it comes to Web3, and if we really want to realize this blockchain dream, we need to figure out how we can empower these developers to build these amazing and game-changing ideas that we have. So if we empower the developers, we are empowering the ecosystem at large.
And I feel this is the really best time. Just adopt it. People sometimes feel like, oh, what's the use case of blockchain? Or it's quite early. But technology is so fascinating. It evolves. Like a few years back, if you'd mention AI, who would be like, this artificial intelligence is going to take people's jobs. Right now in your day life, I'm sure you won't write an email or even a piece of code without consulting ChatGPT.
That's true.
The same thing which was the devil now. And that's how I also see blockchain. This is like really the real future, because it's actually a technology which stores value. We've seen how things, even as much as it's not all about cryptocurrencies, currency is also kind of important because it has given now real value and back to the people. Not the scenario where fiat every time it's inflated based on a board or federal, but at least you can actually see real value. This is the total supply. This is how it will be banned. This is how it will be minted. I think that's something worth embracing.
I can tell you about one project actually that's going to be launched this year that we are working on. It's called B-Trees. Blockchain estate title registry system is going to utilize NFTs. We are going to move from the scam. NFT scams to actually utilize NFT the way we need it. So it's going to involve land registry, paying rent, paying KPLC, all that is going to be utilized by the blockchain technology. As we're talking now, we're working on certain like SDKs to actually make the transition smoother for everyone to use.
Okay, so as much as we are willing to, do these amazing projects, and these projects that solve the average Joe's problems, there's a big issue to that. So if you're talking about land, the government of Kenya is the custodian of all these records. So I think the government should be more open to technology so that we could maybe have a testing period with the land registry of maybe a certain county government, because having it that way will really show them, wait, this solution can really work. Now, the major problem is that the people who lead these registries are the major profiteers of this corruption. So getting them on board, you're telling them, oh, we're going to create something that is going to limit how you steal people's land.
Actually, they did that. There's a project the government created called Ardhisasa, and it failed terrible. That's why you're building B-Trees. B-Trees actually is an improvement of Ardhisasa. Ardhisasa it was a Web2, and Web2 can actually do what you want.
Yeah. Because
the government owns all the back end. You can't actually see what's going on behind the scenes. But with blockchain B-Trees now, you're trying to solve the issues with Ardhisasa, where Ardhisasa failed. That's when blockchain actually is going to fill that space.
Have a burden to build, have a burden, keep pursue it.
We actually now to actually launch it. It will be launched soon enough. And you guys are contributors to it. It will be part and parcel of Kiboko DAO. So it will be actually one of the major projects, I think, in Africa. Plus the other one, NFT project that one of us is actually doing, the ticketing system.
Actually, there's also a I don't know if you guys have tried making an event. You find you have to consult an admin. Anytime you want a change, you'll have to consult them. It's kind of messy. Or you find one platform is just for ticketing. Then if you want to, for example, talk more detail, or you have changed the venue or something, you jump to another platform, to Takai, then I go to Ticket Sasa. But with us, we're also creating a platform where it's decentralized. If you have an event, you can actually post it there. Yeah.
And if you have any issues about updating, you can actually update it sent automatically to the people who had registered for that event that these are the changes that are going to happen for this event. Bear with us. You don't need to consult anyone. As long as the end users who actually try to access the event will get notified.
And at the end of the event, you don't have to come and sit with us and we say, oh, these are the tickets that were sold. No, because a lot of scam also happens around that.
Okay.
So we are trying to make it where after, if someone buys the ticket, we get our cut, maybe 1%, 2%, 5%, and then the rest of the money goes to you automatically. So at the end of all this, you don't have to do a lot of balances and checks. You just get your money and that's it. And for you to create an event and list tickets on our platform, you don't have to call us. You can do that on your own. So that's something that we're working on.
Just but a few. What's the pace?
Many projects are coming through.
Yes,
Yes.
welcome to Kiboko Labs. This is where all the commits come from.
And you're also planning to host Kiboko hackathons. So you should look out for that. As long as you're a real builder, we'll incubate your project and give you all the resources and muscle you need to actually bring your projects to life.
Yes, Eddie has said that where the commits come from. Yes, just commits, no commitment issue.
To pull up.
Yeah.
Full request.
Request to
So I think that's it, guys.